Hey guys, Amanda here from Fun Hands-On Learning, and today I'm going to give you kind of a quick tour of our homeschool room area. It's really not a homeschool room. It is just our kind of living room and dining room area. We have kind of an open concept house, and so our kitchen and our dining area and our living room are all open, one big space. So that's where we do school because it's just the most comfy, cozy, homey place of our house, and it has a big kitchen table. So this is where we do school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you just a little bit of organization of what I've done this year. We actually repainted this entire area recently, and so because we repainted all the walls, I had to move my cabinets and reorganize some of my school stuff. So I'm going to take you through and just kind of show you what I did and how I'm preparing for the new school year. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're going to start over here. I have one of my cabinets in this corner of the room. Then let me scan over here. The window's open, so it's going to be kind of hard to see. And I have another cabinet down there at the other end of the room, and I will show you that one as soon as I show you this one. So what we did is we just painted, so I don't have the curtains back up on this window over here yet, so you may get some light coming in there that makes it a little hard to see. I'm sorry about that. And also we don't have our baseboards back up yet either because we're doing some new ones. So besides that though, we did like a green, a green color in this room, and I'm really liking it a lot. All right, so here's how I have it set up at the moment. We have, and hopefully this, if I can turn this way, you won't get such a glare. So we have kitchen table here. And it's totally a mess. You can see the top of it. We've had it for years and years. And of course we have 7 children, and so it gets destroyed. We have a bench, 3 of them sit on the bench. We have those 2 big chairs. We have this high chair. We have another little high chair here for another one of our little ones. And the baby doesn't really have a spot to sit yet, because this high chair is for my one that just turned 2. He still uses it. Well, actually, I share this with him and the baby now, because the baby is 6 months old now, and so he is starting to eat, finger foods and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, this is our little table. So we do school here at the big table. We also do school here at this little table. This little table is also where I do most of my videos. When you guys see me doing activity videos and showing you things, I usually do them at this table just because the top of this table is much nicer. So it shows up better in my videos than if I had sat at this table and shown you all of the nooks and crannies of this nasty one. So anyway, so this is where we do school, usually for the little guys, and then my older kids do school here, although we are setting up workstations in the basement for my oldest 2 for this next school year, and so they're going to actually be doing school down there because they're going to be pretty much independent. They are 8th and 6th grade, so they're going to be doing school down there. But anyways, so let me scoot back here. And let's just start with this cabinet. So this is one of my school cabinets here. And we got these cabinets a few years ago. Let me just open them up. And I've shown them in other videos, but I had to reorganize everything in my cabinets. And it doesn't really look that organized, but it is in my mind. Because again, I had to take everything out when we painted, and so I kind of reorganized. And what I did is, so let me just say, this cabinet here, up here at the top, I have all sorts of reading and language activities. So the activities that I show you in my videos that pertain to reading and phonics, things like that, are up here. I decided to pull out, for my phonics for reading curriculum, I decided to pull out only the units that we're going to be using this year, and then I stored away the units that we're not going to be using. So we are going to be using Unit 2, so that one's here, Units 9, 7, and 9, and then down here I have Units 8, 6, 4, 3, they're all out of order. We're going to be using all of those. I also kept here, this is rhyming, syllables, and ending sounds, so all the activities I've made to teach those. And then if you come up here, I have 2 more bins that teach short vowels of just all sorts of activities that I made besides Unit 2 of my Phonics for Reading program. I have 1 bin here for teaching sight words. I have up here, and this one opened up, I have a bin, that's Unit 5, diagraphs for my Phonics for Reading curriculum. And then I also have a box of long vowel activities, special sounds, and reading sentences. I did make a bunch of activities on reading sentences a while back. So all of that is in here because we will be using all of those this school year. This little cubby right here is a lot of the hands-on little manipulatives you see us use in my videos. And so, you know, I just have them all right here. These are the buttons, and you guys can see. I'm not gonna pull anything out, but yeah, those are all the little hands-on activities. Here's a few little things of Play-Doh for us to grab out. I have more Play-Doh stored away in another room, but for now, that's all of our little manipulatives. These are our little erasers. So I showed you this bin. This bin down here is all science stuff, and the one next to it is history stuff. And this year, my kiddo's going to be doing quite a bit of geography, so we've got some information there on, like, not European geography, they're going to be doing geography of the Middle East and stuff like that. So anyways, and then science over here, and then down here I have a whole bunch of arts and crafts type things. So our craft sticks that you've seen me use to make like flashcard sticks and stuff are there. And then just colored paper, construction paper, and just some artsy books that can help us with art projects. We mostly do just crafts and things like that. And then over here is just a bunch of mishmash of literacy and like phonics kind of activities that I've purchased over the years. Oh, and I don't know why this is down here. This is history, so that, or not history, but it goes with social studies. History and geography and all that is right here. So that is supposed to be on that shelf. Okay, so that is this cabinet. And then way up at the top, I just have some cookie sheets, because you know we like to do magnetic activities on cookie sheets a lot. And a little magnetic board there. So that's what I have there. And then over here, actually right now I just have my computer sitting up here with cords hanging out everywhere. And whoop, this little, I don't know what you call it. It's just a little drawer thing. I have sitting in here just some books that we're going to be using this year. We do handwriting without tears for our handwriting. And so the top two drawers, actually, so the top drawer is my 7-year-old. The second drawer I just showed you is my 5-year-old's. The next drawer is for my 3-year-old, and the next drawer is for my 2-year-old. Of course, my 3 and 2-year-old don't do a whole lot, especially my 3-year-old has special needs, and so he's more on the same level as my 2-year-old, and so they're not going to be doing a whole lot, but I do have a few little activities in there, and some of my hands-on to learn preschool curriculum. I pulled a few things out for them. They can't do a lot of it yet, but I did pull a few things out of them, and they're in there. So I didn't actually put, if we go back here, you know how I have all the bins here, like you see the different units? I did not pull out all of the units for my hands-on to learn preschool curriculum and put them in here, because we're only going to be using a few things. Because like I said, my 3-year-old and my 2-year-old are not quite ready for it yet. So I have them put away, but I can get to them if we need them. Okay, so they will definitely be using that curriculum next year. I think for sure my 3-year-old will be ready to do some things next year, and hopefully my 2-year-old as well. Okay, so this little buffet table that you're looking at here actually came with this table when we moved into the house, and that was, we've had this set now for like 15 years, and that's why it's all beat up. And in here I basically just keep paper, things for printing, and like school supplies, that kind of thing, you know, office supplies. So I have like my 3-hole puncher, different colored paper for the printer, that kind of stuff. So that's what's in this thing. It's just supplies, extra supplies. Okay, so moving on over here. My dog is sleeping. Yeah, so that's the little table I told you about that. And then moving past the TV. So this is the other school cabinet. And I used to have them both, I'm getting over there down by that one together, like smushed together. But it blocked a tiny bit of our window here. And so when we painted and everything, I decided, okay, we're going to go ahead and put the other one in this corner. And it really, if I back up, it just really, all right, I think that's as far as I can back up. It really just looks so much better, so much more clean in here. Oh, by the way, if you've seen any of my other videos, I used to have a drawer with a colored, like a drawer where I would put the activities for the week. It was like colored drawers, and I actually put that away for now. We found a spot to store it, and we're storing that for now because we don't need it. Since I have these 4 drawers here, that's what I'm going to use to pull out and put their activities in, and I just really didn't need that colorful rolling cart, at least for now. I mean, I may use it in years to come, but I didn't need it for now. Especially since my older boys are gonna be doing something different this year, I didn't need it. So, needless to say, I put it off into storage so that we can use it another year when we want to. Okay, so let me open up this cabinet. So this cabinet is more math related activities and things. So up here you see a bunch of the units from my Early Learners Math curriculum. So I kept out all the units we're going to be using. We are not going to be using like the first unit, which is counting to 10 and that kind of stuff, because my kids are kind of past that, except for my preschoolers will be using it next year, but I don't think they're ready for it this year. So anyways, so I kept out the units that we are going to use, and they're up there, so you can see them all. Right here, I didn't have a space for these, but these are letters. These are letters that we use, like these are our robot letters I've shown you in videos. These are letters from a Melissa and Doug puzzle that we definitely use. And then if I come down to this little cubby right here, these are all our other letters that you see us use all the time. So yeah, they're all just here, like our magnetic letters and so on that I pull out. We have all sorts of different ones. This one here, this little cubby is math manipulatives. So you see like our dice are here and our pattern blocks are here. You've seen those in videos, just a couple other little math manipulatives that we'll be using this year. If I come down, more math manipulatives. These are all of our number math manipulatives. So you've seen this in other videos. These are a bunch of numbers and just all sorts of our number manipulatives. You've seen these. These are puzzle pieces, number puzzle pieces. So anything that is manipulatives that have numbers on them are right there in that cubby. This is just some math stuff, just purchased stuff like Lakeshore Learning and stuff like that that we've used. And same thing down here. These are just math purchases that I've made, some hot dots, Melissa and Doug clocks, that kind of thing. I think this is an Melissa and Doug abacus for math. Right here are books that we do. We do read, even though we do my Phonics for Reading curriculum, and it does have readers in it, obviously we need to read stories and things as well. So we have some Abeka readers here that I'm going to be using with my 7-year-old. And then with my 5-year-old, I have a whole bunch of other. These are filled with just readers. Some of them are readers that I've made. You know that I have some... well, you may not know. This may be your first video you've ever seen of mine. But I have made some of my own readers. So some of those are in there. And then also some more Abeka readers that I will be using with my 5-year-old. So that is all sorts of just readers for intensive like reading purposes. For actual stories, just for reading for fun, we keep those in their bedrooms. Okay, and then down here, this bin here, I don't have them all labeled, but these are the hands-on activities that I made for each season of the year. So I have an entire bundle on my website, just tons and tons of different, I think it's over 100 and some activities that you can use to teach math and literacy throughout the school year using themes. And so I don't have them all marked, but like this is the fall and Thanksgiving theme, and then winter and Christmas, and then I have like Valentine's Day, and I have, I'm trying to think of them all, spring activities, Easter, all of that is in there. So that's what those bins are. And we will definitely still be using those, especially with my 5-year-old. Those are perfect for him. And then this last little cubby here is just things you've seen, like my pocket charts and just different whiteboards and that kind of stuff that you've seen. And this little thing is full of dry erase markers. And that's it, guys. That's where I keep everything. I like to have the cupboards. I know some people like shelves, but I can't stand the visual clutter. It just clutters up my brain. So that's one of the other reasons why I got rid of that colorful bin I used to have to keep all their activities in. Just all the different colors were just cluttering up the room, especially since we have to live here. It's not just a schoolroom, it's also, you know, a living area. So I love these cabinets, and I mean, I can't tell you exactly how much they were or anything because we got them years ago. We went to, was it Menards or Home Depot? Something like that. It wasn't a furniture store. It was like it was either Menards or Home Depot, and my husband just picked them out for me because he's like a home improvement guy, and so he just went there and got some. I was like, I really want some cabinets, and he's like, okay. And he's like, do you want 1 or 2? I'm like, better go with 2 because you know me and all of my school stuff. We are really pretty minimalistic, besides homeschool stuff, and I love purses and handbags. That's just my thing. I just love those. So I do have a handful of those. I probably shouldn't have as many, but I do have a lot of those. So besides that and like my homeschool stuff, we are really minimalistic. And the reason is because we're in a small home with a big family. I mean, we have 7 kids. And so when you have 7 kids in a smallish size home, you either have room for people or you have room for stuff. And so I'd rather have room for people. We love being a big family. We love having our big family. And so that's how we do it. So I do have a lot of homeschool educational things, but I think that that's okay because I'm investing in their future. So that's it. You can see the little baby jumperoo here. He's sleeping right now. I can't believe he's 6 months old already. He'll be 7 months old in a few weeks. So I just can't believe it. They grow so fast, you guys. All right, so that's our little area. This is our little area where we do school. Tell me what you think. I don't know. I know other people have just these amazing school areas, but this is just our little area and we enjoy it and we are thankful for what God has given us. So leave your comments below if they're kind. If they're rude, I delete them. But if they're kind, or if they're, they don't have to be specifically kind, but just at least if they're, helping with the conversation, leave those below and I would be happy to read them. I don't always get a chance to get back to everybody. You can see also my laundry mess over there, but that's always an ongoing process when you have 7 kids. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for watching and be on the lookout. My next video is going to be hands-on phonics activities. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.